What you are about to see is not for everyone. For the past 5 years, our most advanced practitioners at Quantum Reality Lab have been testing a series of experimental manifestation protocols. These techniques are not taught in any book. They are not discussed in any public forum. They are the absolute cutting edge of consciousness science, and frankly, some of them are dangerous in untrained hands. Today, I am breaking protocol. I am opening the doors to the Quantum Manifestation Laboratory and revealing 5 of our most powerful, most controversial techniques. I'm Moire the Great, and I need to be clear, this is not beginner-level content. This is graduate-level reality engineering. The techniques I'm about to share require a deep understanding of the observer effect, stable emotional state, and a strong ethical foundation. If you have not mastered the fundamentals of coherence and intention, this video will be useless at best and destabilizing at worst. Less than 1% of our students are ever introduced to these protocols. They are reserved for those who have proven their dedication and are ready to take full responsibility for their creative power. This is your final warning. If you are ready to proceed, comment, "I accept full responsibility for my creative power" below. This is your digital signature on our lab's waiver. And subscribe, because this is the only place you will ever find this level of information publicly shared. And you must stay until the end, because the 5th and final technique. Quantum probability manipulation is the most powerful tool we have ever developed. It is the science of literally rigging the odds of reality in your favor. Lab technique number 1, Quantum Entanglement Protocol. Our first protocol leverages a phenomenon that Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance, quantum entanglement. The science: when 2 quantum particles become entangled, they are linked in a way that defies classical physics. No matter how far apart you separate them, across a room or across the universe, they remain connected. If you measure the spin of one particle, the other particle instantly assumes the opposite spin. Information passes between them faster than the speed of light. The consciousness application. Our research indicates that consciousness can intentionally create a state of quantum entanglement with a desired outcome. Once you are entangled with your goal, any change in your own energetic state instantly and non-locally influences the state of your goal, pulling it from the realm of possibility into physical reality. The protocol. 1. Coherence phase. 10 minutes. Begin with deep meditation. Use box breathing or a similar technique to achieve a state of profound heart-brain coherence. You must quiet the noise of your analytical mind. 2. Objectification phase. Visualize your desired outcome not as a complex scene, but as a single shimmering particle of light. Give it a color, a texture, a vibration. This is the target particle. 3. Identification phase. Now, visualize your own core consciousness as another identical particle of light. See it glowing in the center of your chest. This is the source particle. 4. Entanglement phase. Slowly see these 2 particles begin to spin in perfect synchronization. They are now linked. They are one system. Feel this connection as a tangible, energetic cord. The application. Once entangled, your only job is to manage your own frequency. Throughout the day, whenever you think of your goal, do not focus on the goal itself. Focus on elevating your own emotional state. Feel gratitude, joy, and love. As you raise the vibration of the source particle the target particle, your goal must instantly reflect that change. You are not chasing the goal. You are tuning it. Experimental results. Practitioners of this protocol reports shocking synchronicities and accelerated manifestation timelines. One subject, a writer, used this to entangle with the concept of a publishing deal. The same day, an editor she had met once, years ago, emailed her out of the blue to ask if she had a manuscript. Choice quantum eraser experiment has demonstrated that a choice made in the present can affect an event that has already happened in the past. Retrocausality. This proves that at the quantum level, time is not a one-way street. The future can influence the past. The consciousness application. If the future can influence the past, then your future self, the version of you that has already achieved your goal, can be your greatest ally in manifesting it. You can create a closed causal loop where your future success actively helps create your present actions. The protocol. 1. Future self-connection in a deep meditative state. Project your consciousness forward in time. Meet the version of you who has already achieved your goal. See them, feel their confidence, their peace, their success. 2. Information download. Ask this future self for advice. Ask, what was the single most important action you took to get here? What was the biggest mistake you avoided? Listen for the answer. It may come as words, images, or a simple feeling of knowing. 3. Energetic transference. Feel your successful future self sending a wave of golden energy back through time to your present self. This energy contains the frequency, the belief patterns, and the emotional signature of success. Absorb it. 4. Inspired action. When you emerge from the meditation, you will have a new sense of clarity. You will feel an intuitive nudge to take a specific action. You must act on this guidance without hesitation. This is your future self clearing the path for you. Experimental results. Practitioners report an uncanny sense of intuition. They'll suddenly feel the urge to call a specific person who happens to have the exact opportunity they need. They'll avoid a bad investment based on a gut feeling. They are, in effect, receiving guidance from their own successful future. These techniques, entanglement and temporal looping, are powerful, but they require extreme mental discipline. Just attempting them without proper training can lead to energetic confusion and mixed results. The detailed step-by-step execution of these protocols, including the necessary safety measures and troubleshooting guides, are laid out in the Advanced Protocol section of the Quantum Breakthrough Protocol PDF. This is a section we tell most customers not to even open for their first 90 days. It is the graduate-level material. Our 88-page PDF guide is designed to take you from the absolute basics of coherence all the way to these master-level techniques in a safe, structured way. If you are a serious student of reality creation and want the complete system from beginner to advanced, the protocol is the only resource of its kind. The link is in the description. Lab Technique 3. Morphic Field Resonance. Our third protocol moves beyond individual consciousness to leverage the power of the collective. We call it Morphic Field Resonance, based on the work of biologist Rupert Sheldrake. The science, Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance, posits that all self-organizing systems, from crystals to human societies, create and draw upon a collective invisible memory field. When one member of a species learns a new skill, it becomes progressively easier for all other members of that species to learn it, because the morphic field for that skill has been strengthened. The consciousness application. You can intentionally tap into the morphic fields of success, wealth, health, and creativity that have been built up by millions of people throughout history. You can download the successful patterns directly from the collective consciousness. The protocol. 1. Identify the field. Get clear on the specific collective field you want to resonate with. Is it the field of successful entrepreneurship? The field of artistic genius? The field of athletic excellence? 2. Find an archetype. Choose a historical figure who is a master of this field. Steve Jobs for innovation. Leonardo da Vinci for creativity. Michael Jordan for competitive drive. This person is your tuning fork. 3. Resonant meditation. In meditation, visualize this archetype. Do not worship them. Simply feel the qualities and energetic signature of their success. Feel your own energy field begin to vibrate at the same frequency. You are tuning your receiver to their station. 4. Embodied action. After the meditation, take an action that this archetype would take. If you chose Steve Jobs, you might work obsessively on the design of your product. If you chose Da Vinci, you might fill a notebook with new ideas. You are acting as if you are already part of that resonant field. Experimental results. practitioners report a dramatic acceleration in skill acquisition and intuitive insights. An entrepreneur using the jobs field might suddenly get a brilliant idea for product design. An artist using the Da Vinci field might solve a complex compositional problem in their sleep. You are leveraging a collective bank of knowledge. Lab technique number 4. Multiverse superposition. This fourth protocol is for those who are trapped by specificity. It uses the quantum principle of superposition to allow the universe to deliver an outcome that is even better than the one you are asking for. The science, before observation, a quantum particle exists in a state of superposition. It is in all possible states at once. It is only when a conscious observer looks that the particle collapses into one single state. Most manifestation techniques teach you to focus on one specific outcome, but this can be limiting. The consciousness application, instead of collapsing the wave function on one reality, you can hold multiple desired realities in a state of superposition and allow the universe's intelligence to choose the one that is for your highest good. The protocol. 1. Define the vector. Instead of a single goal, define a direction or feeling. For example, instead of I want that specific job at Google, your vector is I want a deeply fulfilling career that uses my creative talents and provides financial abundance. 2. Visualize the cloud. In meditation, visualize 3 to 5 different possible outcomes that would satisfy this vector. See them all as equally real, equally valid possibilities, swirling in a cloud of potential in front of you. One might be the Google job. Another might be starting your own company. A third might be a dream job you don't even know exists yet. 3. Embrace uncertainty. Your job is to feel the elevated emotion fulfillment. Abundance, creativity of the vector, not the attachment to any one specific outcome. You must be genuinely excited about all the possibilities in your cloud and truly not care which one manifests. 4. Release and observe. Release the cloud to the quantum field with the instruction, bring me this, or something better. Then pay close attention to the opportunities that show up in your life. They may not look like what you expected. Experimental results. This is the fastest technique for getting unstuck. Practitioners often report that the outcome that manifests is something they never would have thought of, but is infinitely more perfect for them than what they were originally trying to force. I need to pause here. Superposition, entanglement, morphic fields. These are not toys. These are the control panels for reality. Attempting to use them without a deep understanding of the underlying principles is like trying to fly a 747 by just pushing buttons. That's why the Quantum Breakthrough Protocol PDF is structured the way it is. The first half of the 88-page guide is dedicated entirely to building your foundational understanding of the laws of quantum living. We call it the Theory and Safety section. We provide the scientific papers, the philosophical context, and the ethical guidelines you need to wield these advanced techniques responsibly. We believe that power without wisdom is catastrophic. If you are the kind of person who wants to understand the why behind the how, and who is committed to using this power for the highest good, then our protocol is the only comprehensive manual you need. Get it at the link in the description. Lab technique number 5. Quantum probability manipulation. And now for the final protocol. The most powerful and closely guarded technique in our entire laboratory. Quantum probability manipulation. It's a science. Every event in your life, from finding a parking spot to getting a promotion, has a statistical probability. The quantum field is not deterministic, it is probabilistic. A reality is simply a collection of high probability events. What advanced consciousness research is beginning to show is that focused, coherent intention can directly influence these probability waves. You can't make an impossible event happen probability 0, but you can take a low probability event and make it a high probability event. The consciousness application. You can consciously and deliberately increase the statistical likelihood of your desired outcome manifesting. The protocol. 1. Baseline assessment. Objectively assess the current probability of your goal. Be honest. Is it a 10% chance? A 1% chance? A 0.1% chance? Write this number down. 2. Probability wave visualization. In your deepest meditative state, visualize this probability as a wave. A low probability event is a small, weak wave. A high probability event is a huge, powerful wave. 3. Amplitude amplification. See your consciousness as a power source. Now pour your energy, your focus, your emotion into the probability wave of your desired outcome. See the amplitude of that wave begin to grow. See it getting higher, stronger, more powerful than the waves of all other competing possibilities. 4. Dominance and collapse. Continue to amplify the wave until it is the dominant probability in your quantum field. Hold that image and that feeling of certainty. You are no longer hoping. You are observing the most probable outcome. This is what collapses it into your reality. The final secret? This is why the rich get richer. They live in a state of being where success is a high probability event. They expect it. Their consciousness is constantly amplifying the probability waves of wealth and opportunity. You can train your consciousness to do the same. This is the ultimate power of the Creator. Not to break the laws of physics, but to become a master of them.